Hi, I'm Jake, and today we're bottling, and I'm going to introduce Eric Harnett of Bravo Bottling. Behind us, you can see the line running, and we've got Merlot coming off it right now. And it's the time of year when, you know, we spend 360 days making wine, and 2 days bottling. And that makes 362 days.
We got Christmas and New Year's and Valentine's Day.
Right. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot of list of questions to ask Eric, but I thought I'd just ask him a couple of things, or maybe you can just talk about bottling in general and what you do and how it works.
Yeah, it's always, I gotta tell you, it's always the scariest time for any winemaker because, like I said, for the rest of the year they've been cooking their soup, and then these last couple of days they finally finish it and there's nothing else they can do with it. So there's always a little bit of nerves and last minutes in this case or that case, but we're pretty used to it. So we show up and we make sure they've got the glass and the corks and the foils and labels, and then whether it's a screw cap or cork, what have you, they load up all the materials, and the machine is a giant robot, just cleans the glass out. A nozzle goes in, turns upside down, fills it with nitrogen, goes into the bowl. Another spout comes down to a bottle that's full of nitrogen, fills that with wine, goes in and gets its closure, whether it's a cork or a screw cap, then moves into the next thing and puts a little foil on it, makes it nice and tight, goes to the next machine, and that goes ahead and puts a label on it, and it comes out a finished product at the end.
About how many cases, how many cases do you do in a minute?
Typically we run, the line's rated at 50 bottles per minute. Okay. And then we run just under that because, you know, there's always a label or cork or something, so about 4 cases a minute.
Okay. Doing here is bottling 3 liters, and let me show you what's happening. This here is a hose that's taking wine out of the same source, but it's going out into those hundreds of cases off the other side of the truck, and we're just going to take 4 cases of 3 liter bottles out here. You hear that? That's the nitrogen. Then on she goes. And it'll just hang there.
I've got to take the top off.
Then, Eric says this is a vacuum corker, and there's really complicated technology at work here. And this is about to make a lot of noise. This is supposed to be making what's called a venturi that creates a vacuum in the bottle and wants to suck the cork down into it. When I seal it like this, and we can't set it to exactly the height to exactly the depth we want for the cork. That's how come I'm being so careful. And another charming feature of this tool is that. You like that, Eric? So there are about 500 cases of Merlot, give or take, in this tank right now. And normally, I guess it would take a couple of hours to bottle our entire Merlot vintage, which is pretty strange to me. As you saw when we were doing the 3 liters, you try and do something like this with itty-bitty equipment, which I've done for lots of like 150 cases and stuff like that. And what these guys do in an hour will take you all day to do. So Eric's hard at work inside the truck, and I'm not gonna pull him out to say goodbye. So I'll say goodbye for both of us. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. And so as I always say, if you have any questions, make sure to write. Thanks for watching.